The late period of ancient Egypt is a peculiar time. On the one hand, it's defined by two great empires that overshadowed all others during the era, Nubia and Persia. But on the other hand, it also encompasses the final two dynasties of native Egyptian rulers, the 26th and 27th. So how do we reconcile those two facts? Well, through the prism of power, because despite being the last native Egyptian dynasties, neither the 26th nor the 27th were very powerful. Let's dive into this fascinating yet frequently misunderstood time. And remember, there are links to additional resources in the description below. So let's start with the 26th dynasty. When we think of a golden age in ancient Egypt, we often picture the height of the New Kingdom, when Egyptian pharaohs dominated the region and the likes of Tutankhamun and Ramesses II ruled over the land. However, ironically, the true golden age of Egypt was actually during the 26th dynasty. This era marked a period of unprecedented cultural and economic prosperity for Egypt, and its pharaohs, while not as militaristic as their predecessors, left an indelible mark on history. The Said dynasty, also known as the 26th dynasty, ushered in a new chapter in Egyptian history. It started with the reign of Pharaohs, who ascended to the throne in 664 BCE. Pharaohs is remembered as the founder of this dynasty, and his reign marked the beginning of a golden age in Egyptian history. During his rule, Egypt experienced a surge in trade and cultural exchanges with the outside world, laying the foundation for the prosperity that would define the subsequent reigns of the Said pharaohs. Following in Pharaoh's footsteps was a series of remarkable rulers. Psamtik I, who reigned from 664 to 610 BC, is particularly noteworthy. Psamtik I played a pivotal role in expanding Egyptian influence and wealth. Under his leadership, Egypt became a hub of international trade and cultural exchange, attracting merchants and scholars from distant lands. His reign witnessed the construction of magnificent temples and the flourishing of art, literature, and architecture. Psamtik I's vision of a prosperous and culturally rich Egypt set the tone for the golden age that continued to flourish under his successors. However, the 26th dynasty wasn't just about cultural and economic achievements. It also saw its fair share of challenges and power struggles. Despite internal conflicts and external pressures, the Sayyids managed to preserve the independence and integrity of Egypt. They successfully defended their borders against invading forces and maintained stability within the kingdom. The resilience and adaptability of the Sayyids during these turbulent times were crucial in ensuring the continuation of their dynasty and the safeguarding of Egypt's sovereignty. The Sayyid kings had a profound impact on shaping the course of Egyptian history. Their contributions extended beyond their own era, leaving a lasting legacy that influenced subsequent dynasties and empires. The cultural, economic, and political achievements of the 26th dynasty serve as a testament to the vision and leadership of these remarkable pharaohs. Their emphasis on trade, diplomacy, and cultural exchange fostered connections with other civilizations, bringing wealth and knowledge to Egypt. Moreover, their efforts to stabilize and strengthen Egypt's borders ensured the kingdom's independence and provided a foundation for future rulers to build upon. As the 26th dynasty came to a close, the stage was set for a new chapter in Egyptian history. The legacy of the Sayyid kings continued to resonate, but the winds of change were already stirring on the horizon. The 27th dynasty would usher in a new era, one that would forever alter the course of Egypt's journey. The 27th dynasty marks a significant turning point in Egyptian history. It was during this era that Egypt came under the rule of the Persian Empire, bringing an end to the era of native Egyptian pharaohs. The 27th dynasty, which lasted from 525 BC to 404 BC, was initiated by the conquest of Egypt by Cambyses II, the ruler of the Achaemenid Empire. This conquest marked a departure from the previous dynasties as Egypt was now incorporated into a larger empire, thus ending its period of independence. Despite the change in sovereignty, the 27th dynasty played a crucial role in bridging the gap between the indigenous Egyptian rulers and the subsequent Greek rulers of Alexandria. The Persian rulers recognized the importance of respecting Egyptian customs and traditions in order to maintain stability and prosperity within their vast empire. They allowed the Egyptians to continue practicing their religion and customs, ensuring a relatively smooth transition. However, they also implemented administrative changes to integrate Egypt more closely into the Persian Empire. One of the key aspects of the 27th dynasty was the introduction of new trade routes and economic opportunities. As part of the Persian Empire, Egypt gained access to wider networks of trade and commerce, connecting it to distant regions such as India and Central Asia. This integration into the larger economy brought new wealth and resources to Egypt. Moreover, the Persians built infrastructure such as roads and canals to facilitate trade and communication throughout the empire, further boosting Egypt's economic prospects. Despite the challenges posed by foreign rule, the 27th dynasty witnessed the continuation of cultural and intellectual pursuits. Egyptian scholars and priests continued to make significant contributions to various fields of knowledge, preserving ancient traditions while also engaging in cross-cultural exchanges. The Library of Alexandria, which emerged during this period, became a renowned center of scholarship, attracting scholars and researchers from around the world. The end of the 27th dynasty marked a significant shift in Egyptian history. With the conquest of Egypt by Alexander the Great in 330 BC, the era of Persian rule came to a close. However, the legacy of the 27th dynasty continued to influence the following Ptolemaic period as the cultural and administrative changes introduced during Persian rule left a lasting impact on Egyptian society. As we reflect on the 26th and 27th dynasties, it becomes clear that although they may not have been powerful in the traditional sense of military might and territorial expansion, they left an indelible mark on history. The Said's golden age of cultural and economic prosperity and the Persians' efforts to integrate Egypt into a wider empire each played a unique role in shaping the course of Egyptian civilization. Furthermore, examining the reigns of the pharaohs during these dynasties reveals intriguing insights into their individual contributions and the challenges they faced. From Psamtik I's promotion of trade and cultural exchange to the reign of Apries, whose ambitious building projects transformed the landscape, each pharaoh brought a distinct perspective to the throne. Additionally, the interactions between the native Egyptian rulers and the rising powers of the new kingdom, as well as the challenges posed by external threats, provide a glimpse into the complex web of alliances and conflicts that shaped the late period of ancient Egypt. However, it is essential to acknowledge the limitations of studying these dynasties. The available historical records may not provide a comprehensive account of their achievements and struggles due to factors such as the destruction of ancient texts or the biases of contemporary chroniclers. It is important to consider these limitations when evaluating their legacy and to recognize that there may be gaps in our understanding of their reign. Moreover, studying the 26th and 27th dynasties raises questions about the nature of power and the legacy of seemingly less impactful rulers. Their accomplishments and contributions should not be overshadowed by the absence of large-scale military campaigns or territorial expansions. By examining their achievements in areas such as trade, culture, and administration, we gain a more nuanced understanding of what constitutes a successful and influential reign. In conclusion, the 26th and 27th dynasties may not have been as conventionally powerful as some of Egypt's earlier dynasties, but their significance in Egyptian history is undeniable. From the golden age of the Said dynasty to the Persian integration of Egypt and the 27th dynasty, these eras witnessed remarkable achievements in culture, economy, and administration. While there may be limitations in our historical records, it is crucial to recognize the accomplishments of these dynasties and challenge conventional notions of power and legacy. Studying the 26th and 27th dynasties allows us to appreciate the complexities of late ancient Egypt and gain a deeper understanding of the factors that shape civilizations. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click the like button, activate the notification bell to follow the rest of the forgotten kings in the folds of history, and share the video with those who believe that every king, even if history forgets him, has a place he deserves in memory. Every week, to learn more about ancient Egypt and other historical topics. Thanks for watching.